Good evening, President Masaichi Hori, our beloved Regional President of Asia Pacific II, and all of our hardworking leaders, elders, brothers and sisters. Today, we are honored to share our journey to becoming Cheonbo couples. Our presentation contents are as follows: our profile as a blessed couple, our family profile, our 430 generation ancestors liberation and blessing activities, our 430 couples blessing activities, including mobilization, the blessing, follow-up, and other activities. First, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ricky Salido, and I was born in Bacolod City, Western Visayas, Philippines, as the third of 4 children to Mr. Rogelio and Mrs. Justada Salido. In April 1991, I was introduced to the movement by my best friend, Bienvenido Dineheba, who now lives in Japan with his wife and 6 children.
My name is Felma Salido, and I was born in Aringay, La Union, Philippines, as the eldest of 4 children to Mr. Jaime and Mrs. Norma Kumilang. I first encountered the movement in July 1995 in Hong Kong, where Pilar Cabacuan, who lives in Luna, Isabela, with her husband and 3 children, took good care of me. We received the blessing on August 25, 1995. So we were among the 360,000 couples, blessed couples. Our matching picture was on the left side of the slide, and our registration blessing in Antipolo City was on the right. Our union produced 3 children, 2 girls and 1 boy. Bianahan Marie Salido, our eldest daughter, is now 22 years old and third-year college students pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Psychology. And Sanrical Salido, a 20-year-old Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy students, is our second child, and Sanjay Marie Salido, a grade 11 student, is our youngest.
5 main areas of evaluation must be met to become Cheonbo. Completion of the 430 generation ancestors blessing, completion of tribal blessing of 430 couples, payment of tribal blessing donation of gratitude, life of faith, and special awards. Now, we'll talk about our experience with Cheonbo requirement number 1, ancestors liberation and blessing. Our journey to liberate our ancestors is difficult because we lack financial resources. However, we are determined to liberate and bless them. So we borrow money from the company's cooperative or from anyone willing to lend us this valuable resource. It all started in November 2005 when we first joined the Ancestors Liberation in Tanay, Rizal. Our youngest daughter was only 1 year old at that time, so we had to bring her along and let her experience sleeping in a large tent with other family members. It was an amazing event because we witnessed so many spiritual phenomena. Due to the family's financial difficulties, the liberation event that we attended was 9 years later, in 2014. It was held this time at the FFWPU headquarters in South Triangle, Diliman, Quezon City. We began blessing our ancestors 3 years later, in May 2017, at the International Peace Leadership College in Tanay, Rizal. We again joined the Ancestors Liberation and Blessing in Antipolo Sports Hub, Antipolo City, in the first month of 2019. We blessed another batch of ancestors at La Fiesta Hotel in Iloilo City 5 months later. Finally, in October of the same year, we finished the 430 generation Ancestors Liberation and Blessing in Cebu City. To summarize, from 2005 to 2019, it took 14 long years for us to liberate and bless our ancestors. Despite having been on this journey for many years, we have successfully completed the 430 generations ancestors liberation and blessing as a result of our dedication, prayers, and devotion. And we were overjoyed to receive the certificate of completion from the Yojong Heaven and Earth Training Center.
Cheonbo requirements number 2 is to complete the 430 tribal blessing. We perform HTM mobilization with the capable support and assistance of the full-time staff and members. We conducted house-to-house invitation for the blessing with the help of 4 peace parent leaders in Barangay Singkang Airport, Bacolod City. We did the same thing in Barangay Tangob, Bacolod City. And in Barangay Alihis, where we live, we sought help from the barangay captain and we were able to conduct house-to-house invitation to participate in the blessing. The breakthrough of the 430 couple tribal blessing that we have completed is shown on this slide. 8 couples for single blessing qualification, 1 couple for blessing of marriage, couple officiated by true parents, 160 couples in 1997, and 261 couples for the tribal blessing.
The first is the single blessing classification. This included our 5 spiritual children as well as 3 spiritual grandchildren. Feby Cabiles, our spiritual daughter, is shown here with her Japanese husband and child who now live in Japan. Leonardo Combatier, our spiritual son, with his Thai wife. His family has settled in New Jersey.
Helen Yun is married to a Korean brother and now lives in Korea with her family. Is our another spiritual children. This is Maria Jenilyn Kim, who is married to a Korean brother and now lives in Korea with her family. And Ninita Lee, who is from Ilocos, is married to Korean brother and live in Korea with her family.
The next blessing classification is the blessing of married couples, which was officiated by true parents. I had 1 couple result in the person of my physical parents who joined the blessing with me on August 25, 1995 at the Cebu Coliseum in Cebu City. My mother was initially opposed to the idea of me joining the organization and even more so of being matched with someone she had never met before. But it was only through my persistence, my commitment to true parents and to the unification movement, as well as development of a closer relationship with her, that I was able to persuade her and even convince her and my father to join me in this blessing. I was so moved that they decided to participate in this historic event alongside other parents of the members. The blessing of married couples, 160 couples, is the next blessing classification. As evidenced by these certificates, we completed the blessing of 160 married couples in 1997. The blessing of married couples tribal blessing is the final blessing classification. Some of the photographs gathered for this endeavor can be found on the following slides. Interfaith Peace Blessing Festival in August 2012, which my family and relatives attended. My younger sister and her husband had the honor of presenting Dr. Yong with a bouquet of flowers.
We also held a blessing at Bacolod Center, which was attended by couples from the barangays. It was held in November 2015. It was again conducted in December 2015 at the Bacolod Center. In January 2016, another blessing was conducted at the Bacolod Center.
On my 50th birthday in April 2019, I gathered my family, relatives, friends, and co-workers to celebrate and take part in the blessing ceremony. In November 2019, we held another blessing at the Barangay Gymnasium and other areas in the barangay. We were extremely grateful to the blessing officiators, Brother Stephen and Sister Jocelyn Himay, who performed the ceremony for us. Many thanks to our leader, Brother Nino Bartolo, as well as members Brother John Bendia and Haniling Timbugan, who assisted in the mobilization.
Following the blessing, our next step is to complete their 40-day purification and 3-day ceremony. As seen in the photo, several couples from Barangay Singkang Airport participated in this activity. Also, from Barangay Tangub and Barangay Alihis, several couples finished the 40-day purification and 3-day ceremony. We also conducted several follow-up activities, such as encouraging the children of the HTM couples to attend the series Divine Principle Seminar, a youth seminar at the Bacolod Center. We initiated home groups as well as Divine Principle Seminar for the HTM blessed couples. During the pandemic, we continued to educate the HTM blessed couples with the help of Bacolod leaders, Pastor Stephen and Jocelyn Himay. We also did home visit on weekends. We also supported with the blessing of the relatives of our blessed couple, Brother Russell and Maria Luz Kayanan in Inayawan, Negros Occidental.
Our family also joined on various online activities like Rally of Hope and Prayer Rally for Peace on the Korean Peninsula. We also have this annual tradition of gathering as a family to celebrate Christmas. We did it in our house since it began several years ago. We may not have that financial abundance, but we do want to achieve a spirit of love and togetherness. Every member of the family looks forward to this occasion. Cheonbo requirement number 3 was the blessing donation, with which we complied and were able to obtain the certificate of offering HTM blessing donation.
Cheonbo requirements number 4 was the life of faith, which we accomplished and received certification from our regional leader.
Aside from regularly attending Hondoke and Shield services, the following slides show some of our participation in church activities such as Divine Principle seminars, conferences, Yojong Cheonbo events, Rallies of Hope, Blessed Couples Workshop, Blessed Parents Seminar, Family Blessing Festival, Peace Blessing Festival, Second Gen Blessing Workshop, Seminar with Parents, Think Tank Forum, World Summit, Blessed Family Seminar, and many others. Now, these were the photos related to our church involvement: True Love in Action, Pure Love Symposium activities, Giving Sunday service sermons, Witnessing Mobilization for Rally of Hope, Online Rallies of Hope, peace festivals, Yeojong Cheonbo events. Also included were our tithes, donations, Blessed Children Fund, and Blessed Family Fund. Not only did our couple live a strong life of faith, but so did our children. Since they were young kids, they have been involved in a variety of church activities. They have participated in a variety of activities like Divine Principle Workshop Seminar, Youth Leadership Workshop, Blessed Children Summer Camp, International Youth Assembly, as shown in this monitoring slide. Yeojong Cheonbo events, Pure Love and Blessing Workshop Level 1 and 2, Rallies of Hope, Blessed Children Assembly, Blessing Festival, Regional Youth Forum, Think Tank Forum, Blessed Children Year-End Workshop, Heavenly Asia Pacific Songwa Youth Workshop, and many others. Some of these activities are illustrated in the following slides. Divine Principle Workshop, Carp Gathering, Youth Leadership Workshop, Divine Principle Seminar, True Love in Action, YFWP Lecture, DP and Leadership Training Seminar, Pure Love Education, Youth Leadership Conference, Regional Youth Assembly, Blessed Children Summer Camp 2017, Pure Love Lecture, Youth Gathering and Pure Love Education Seminar, Blessed Children Summer Camp 2018, International Youth Assembly, Second Gen Blessing Seminar, CARP Philippines Orientation, Blessed Children Assembly. Next, the Cheonbo requirement number 5 is the special awards. We were overjoyed to receive this award from true parents. After completing all 5 requirements, such as Ancestors Blessing, Tribal Blessing, Blessing Donation, Life of Faith, and Special Awards, we are so grateful to be inducted as Cheonbo couple last October 2021.
We did not expect our wish on wish paper to be granted because we know we are not yet deserving of such an incredible gift.
Finally, I'd like to share this SWOT analysis, the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats with others who want to become Cheonbo couples. We have these strengths: internal preparation, offer condition, our collaborative effort with the full-time staff and members where we all work together to make the blessing happen. 3, effective planning and execution of the blessing. And 4, follow-up, and more follow-up with the participants. We have these circumstances for our weaknesses. One partner was unable to attend the blessing for a variety of reasons. And 2, others may say yes during the invitation, but not appear during the actual blessing program. For the opportunities, we can engage the services of local executives, such as barangay captains or purok presidents, in gathering constituents to participate in the blessing. 2, loans will be available to defray occasion expenses in the event of a resource shortage. And 3, special events such as birthdays and reunions will be maximized to conduct the blessing. And for our threats, consider the following. Financial resources are a challenge. And 2, the couple's commitment to completing the requirements to become a blessed couple. With this information, we can now prepare strategies. Following the SWOT analysis, we can now develop strategies using the TOES matrix. To counter weakness number 1 and number 2 and threat number 2, as shown in the previous slide, we have this avoidance strategy. That is, develop a strong personal connection with the HTM couples in the area. Moreover, to counter weakness number 1 and number 2 through our opportunity number 1, we have this niche strategy. Develop strong relationships with local chief leaders or anyone in authority so that their constituents can participate in the blessing. The next question is how we can make the most out of our strengths. First, there is the defend strategy. To counter threat number 2, we will use strength number 4 to put in place an effective follow-up mechanism. And strength number 1 and number 2 to respond to threat number 2 offers sincere prayer or any other type of internal condition for all prospective blessing participants by FFWPU members. And finally, to maximize our strength number 2, 3, and opportunity number 3, we have the attack strategy, which involves exploring members' special occasions in order to carry out the blessing. Following the development of these strategies, the next step is to create action plans in which specific and detailed tasks are enumerated, timelines are clearly indicated, and responsible persons for each activity are assigned. I hope that what I have shared is of great value to everyone here today.
To conclude with our presentation, please allow us to share this quote from our beloved Cheonbo mother. The families inducted as Cheonbo today are the authentic citizen of Cheonilguk, registered as original, clear, and pure Cheonbo, heavenly treasure, that heavenly parents has dream of seeing. While we are on earth, we must offer to the heavenly parents who has been waiting, one family of humankind that attends the true parents of all people, which is heavenly parents and true parents' heartfelt desire. In welcoming this day, families inducted into Cheonbo today have the responsibilities of the citizen of Cheonilguk. How we expand our heavenly spiritual energy as Cheonbo families toward our neighbors, tribe, nation, and the world while we are on earth will determine whether we fulfill our responsibility as a families happily registered under the name of Cheonbo. And through this, we will achieve eternal freedom when we go to the spirit world.
Thank you for taking the time to listen, brothers and sisters, and good evening.